Good morning, guys. Anjani Kumar here, dealing instrumentation subject for final year electrical students. In the last session, we discussed about statistical analysis of random errors, right? We have written some other all other formulas that you'll get that you are getting in statistical analysis. Right, the mean value, deviation value, standard deviation, mean deviation, variance, right? Standard deviation, mean of a standard deviations, and all these things we have written, right? Now we just solve one problem regarding statistical analysis of random errors, right? So first you will see the problems first. So in a particular experiment, the set of readings measured as 2 volts, 4 volts, 6 volts. Then calculate sigma, sigma m, sigma sigma, gamma, gamma m. So you have to calculate all these things. So what is a sigma? Sigma is nothing but standard deviation. You know the formula. So what is a sigma? Sigma is equal to square root of sigma I is equal to 1 to n di square by n minus 1, right? So this is for n less than or equal to 20. Here, and what is the n value? How many readings, set of readings? There are 3 readings. So what is the x1 is equal to 2 volts, x2 is equal to 4 volts, x3 is equal to 6 volts, and n value is 3 value. That means, so what is the sigma value? Sigma I is equal to 1 to n di square by n minus. First you have to find out d1 comma d2 comma d3, right? How you can find the d1? D1 is equal to x1 minus x bar, right? So d2 is equal to x2 minus x bar. So d3 is equal to x3 minus x bar. You have to find out the deviations first. So then you will go for others, right? Right. First, before going to deviation, you have to find out what is x bar, right? So what is the formula for x bar? Mean value, that is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 by n. So what is that value? 2 plus 4 plus 6 by 3, 12 by 3. So what is the value? 4. So from that, first calculate the d1. So what is the d1? d1 is nothing but mod of x1 minus x bar. So what is x1? Mod of x1. x1 is at 2 volts minus 4. So what is the value? 2 volts. So what is the d2? Mod of x2 minus x bar. So what is the value? 4 minus 4. So what is the value? 0. So what is d3? x3 minus x bar. So what is the value? 6 minus 4. So it's equal to 2. So you find out all the deviations. Then, so what is the formula? Sigma is equal to square root of sigma I. Now we derive the formulas, right? Now substitute the formula. Now what is a sigma? Sigma is equal to, that means d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square by n minus 1. So what is this? N 3 minus 1 square root. Okay, what is the d1? 4 plus d2 0 plus d3 4 by 2 square root. So what is the value? Square root of 8 by 2. Square root of 8 by 2. So the value is 2 volts. So you calculate the sigma. So what is the sigma? Sigma is over. So sigma value is 2 volts. Any doubts regarding? You calculate first d1, d2, d3. Then substitute the formula. So d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square by n minus 1. Right? So d1. What is the d1? 2. 2 and 4. d2 0. d3 4 by 2 volts. So this is a sigma, standard deviation. Next you have to find out the mean of a standard deviation. Then you have to calculate the mean of standard deviation. So what is the formula for mean of standard deviation? So got the sigma is equal to 2. Alright. Now what is the formula for mean of standard deviation? Right, what is the formula? Sigma by root n. So from this, what is the sigma? 2 by, so what is the n value? 3. So what is the value? 2 by root 3. So calculated sigma m. And after that, they are asking sigma, standard deviation of standard deviation. So what is the formula? You know the one we described yesterday's class. One rule is there, na? Very important rule. Sigma m is equal to root 2 into sigma, right? So with it, so you know the sigma m. From that, what is the sigma m by root 2? Right? So what is the sigma m by root 2? So what is the sigma m? 2 by root 3 by root 2. 2 by root 6. Right? You calculate the sigma also, standard deviation. So first part is over. Next you are going to take a second part. Next you are taking the second part. Right? What is that part? Next is second part. So what they are asking you, they have to find out the gamma value and mean of gamma value, right? So what is the probable error? So they are asking what is a gamma. So gamma is nothing but probable error. You know the formula, 0.6745 sigma. So this is the formula for gamma. Gamma is nothing but probable error, right? Now substitute. You know about 0.6745. You know values of sigma. Substitute. You will get the result. Right? 2 5 are 10. So 1.3490. So this is the value of gamma. And they are asking gamma m value. Gamma m value. So what is the formula for gamma? Gamma m. So what is the formula for gamma m? We already discussed about all the formulas. So just substitute the formula, then you'll get direct square root of n minus 1. Right? Right? So what is the gamma value? You already calculated 0.3490 by, so square root of 3 minus 1. So 1.3490 by 2. So from this you will calculate 0.69 something. So these are the formulas, right? How you calculated, how you are going to deal the problem, right? So first you have to find out what are the given and what they are asking. First you have to analyze, then only you will try to solve the problem, right? So in a particular experiment, set of readings ఇచ్చేసాడు, x1 x2 x3 ఇచ్చేసాడు. From that you have to find out the standard deviation, mean of standard deviation, standard deviation of standard deviation. This is called standard deviation, mean of standard deviation, standard deviation of standard deviation. This is a probable error, this is a mean of probable error. Right? These things then definitely you'll get a question. Right? So what is the formula for standard deviation? Square root of sigma I is equal to 1 di square by n minus 1. So for that n value anta 3. That means high value 1 నుంచి 3 వరకు vary అవుతుంది. So what is the formula? d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square by n minus 1. Right? So d1 రావాలంటే x1 minus x bar. x1 x2 తెలుసు. You don't know mean value, x bar value. So first you have to calculate x bar. So from that you will calculate the x bar value. After that find out the value of d1, d2, d3. So d1 is equal to mod of x1 minus x bar. You will get d1. d2 means x2 minus x bar. You will get d2. So d3 means x3 minus x bar. You know d1, d2, d3. Substitute d1 square root of d1 square n minus 1. So that is it. From that you will know. So what is the value? Sigma value. You know the standard. If you know the standard deviation, it is very easier to find out each and every definition, right? So from that they are asking mean of standard deviation. What is the formula for mean of standard deviation? Sigma by root n. Alright? So mean of standard deviation is nothing but sigma by root n. You know the value of sigma. So what is the value of sigma? 2 volts. Square root of 3 minus 1, 2. So from that you will calculate the sigma value. After that, what is the value of sigma? Standard deviation of standard deviation. What is the value? What is the formula? You know the rule. Sigma m is equal to root 2 into sigma. Alright, so from that you know the value of sigma m, you know the value of root 2, then find out, you will get the standard deviation of standard deviation. Right, one part is over. Next, what is the formula for gamma? Gamma is nothing but probable error. So what is the probable error? What is the gamma value? Probable error, you know the formula. So gamma is equal to 0.6745 sigma. Right, you know the sigma value, you have to substitute, you will get the gamma value. Right, what is the mean of gamma value? Sigma by square root of n minus 1. Right, so you know the sigma value, you know the n value, substitute, you will get. So these type of questions they will ask in a board exams, right? So with this we successfully completed the error analysis. Right, so in this error analysis we described about what is an error, what is an error, absolute error, statistical error, all these things we can call it as a delta. Right, after that percentage error, what is a percentage error? Right, am minus 80 by 80 into 100. So what is a fractional error? If percentage delete chesam that we can call it as a fractional error. Right, after that we discussed about limiting error, relative error. So if a percentage error can user specify cheste dani relative error antaru. If a percentage error manufacturer says then limiting error, and we describe different formulas for percentage limiting error. Right, so with that there is a mathematical calculations we completed successfully. Right, after that different types of theoretical errors that are present in a measurement or an instrument that we discussed: gross error, systematic error, random errors. So random errors are, we don't have any reasons for this random errors, so we just need to eliminate, but there are several methods to reduce this error. So what are the methods? Statistical analysis of random errors. So we described lots of formulas regarding mean value, deviation value, mean of deviation, standard deviation, variance, precision index, mean of standard deviation of standard deviation, and all these things we formalized, and we solve one problem also. Alright, so these are very problem. So with this we successfully completed error analysis. In the next session we will discuss about what is a signal. So what are the different types of signals, what is a modulation, what is a samples. Alright, after that, what is a pulse width modulation, what is a pulse code modulation, and all these things we'll discuss in a further sessions. Right, thank you very much.